Okay, so hi guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm gonna be talking about something that is a little bit more serious and kind of sad, but I just wanna share this part of problem in world with you. So why is my ear so red? Anyways, so basically I'm gonna be talking about my story of the time I almost got kidnapped, and that was like really traumatizing. And if I'm really smiling a lot during this video while talking about serious stuff, I tend to do that a lot. Like when I'm really nervous or sad, I tend to smile. I mean, I cry a lot, but I tend to like smile to kind of hide that I'm not comfortable, so ignore that, okay? Anyways, the story went something like this. So it happened a long time ago when I was like 2 or 3, I suppose, and I still remember it quite well. It just shows how traumatizing it was to me. So it was so horrible. Basically, I was like in my grandma's neighborhood, I guess? No, I don't know, I'm not sure. But I know that I was in a city square, I'm not sure. I was with my sister, my grandma and my mom, and my sister was like, if I was 2 or 3, she was like 6 or 7, you know, I guess. And so we were just walking around, and my mom and my grandma ran into some of their old neighbors from their old neighborhood, and so they were just talking to them and stuff like that, catching up. And me and my sister were like, hey mommy, can we please go scare the pigeons? Which was so fun to us that just ignore the door, my cat is opening and closing them, that's scary, but that's how it is. Anyways, we were just like, hey, can we please go like scare the pigeons? How did it go dark so fast? Wait. Okay, so we went to scare the pigeons, so happy. Which don't let your kids scare the pigeons and like play that way, because it's freaking horrible. Imagine if you were a little birdie and some loud, tiny big animals ran up to you and screamed. That's horrible. Why did my mom let me do that? Anyways, and so we were just like running to go play with the pigeons. I just like was happy with my sister, and then an old lady, but also old lady, she came up to us. Let me kind of describe her, like try to. She had like, as I remember her, I think she had like dark hair, but it wasn't really showing that much because she had like a scarf over her head, and her clothes were like all like wanky, and it was all also brown, and it looked really like poor kind of clothes. And then she also had, I remember her having really like big brown eyes, like really dark brown eyes, and like just looking really masculine in a way, I'm pretty sure. And at that time I thought she was so old, like really old, but now thinking about it, I think she was like 50, maybe a little bit more than that. But she just looked like poor and low maintenance, and she looked really like strict and not, how to explain it, she looked like she was trouble. And so me and my sister were just playing and being happy, and she suddenly ran up to me, and I remember the exact words she told me. So they were in my language, but I'm gonna like try to translate it into English. So basically she said, oh, you girl, you're coming with me. And then she grabbed my arm and she started like pulling me onto the side and like being like, come, and like pulling me, and it was so freaking scary. Like I just remember her face being so like aggressive, and her pulling was really aggressive, and it was just horrible. And so she started pulling me like that, and my sister instantly ran up to me, took me by the other arm, and started pulling me the other way. And then this lady was pulling me this way, my sister was pulling me this way. Everyone was screaming. and I just froze. I couldn't talk. I think it was my first panic attack ever, which I get these ones a lot. Not so much recently, which is so weird. I used to get them more when I was little, but it was like I couldn't talk at all. I was just like frozen like this, just like not even shaking, not even calling anyone, just like this. I was like a little child, like literally preparing myself for my death, and I was just like standing there, and I didn't know what to do. And it was probably lasting only up to a minute, but in my head it was like such a long time. I literally, it was like, it felt like it will never gonna stop. And so my arms were really hurting because they were like pulling me so hard. This sounds so stupid right now telling it, but okay, so basically here where I live at least, they're like people that don't have a mainland in a way, and they just live around. Some of them don't. Some of them live in houses, children normally go to school and stuff like that. But for some people, that's literally like they live on a street and they just, I don't know how it's called, but try to get your money. And they're just like, it's horrible. And it's like, literally sometimes a girl's really young, that's like a 15-year-old girl that is carrying her baby because they have children really young. But like, not all people like that are like that. Like some of them live normally, like other people, but some of them really live like that. And it's so horrible to me to even imagine, because like you can see a lot, like you're driving and then on like streets where there are like 6 ways of going, like 10, and then one is 10, and then one is 10, and like that, the street. And then they will walk literally with the baby, a little baby, a girl of like 15 years old or 16, and that's her baby, will walk like around the cars and asking every single person if they can lend her, like not lend her, give her some money. And then after she comes home, if they don't have any other little babies, she will take rest, but she will hand the baby to another girl, and then that girl will gonna do the same thing, and the baby is gonna be outside for the whole freaking day. It's just freaking horrible. And then the little kids like come and they also ask for money, and it's just so horrible. Like all of that. Imagine being born in a family like that. It's so horrible. Okay. Anyways, also, you know what they sometimes do? They sometimes literally intentionally hurt each. I'm sorry, that's my alarm because I'm have to go to my friends soon. They sometimes like intentionally harm their child in a way of like cutting their finger off or something like that. It sounds so freaking horrible, but it really is like that. And then they will like harm them, and then they will like wanna collect money for giving them surgery, and then they will take it for themselves. So that's also a thing here. I don't know if that's also there, but some of these stuff are just horrible. Anyways, and then okay, so also, yeah, when I keep talk about that old lady, I say that she's an old lady, which it doesn't seem like she is, because she's trying to steal a child, kidnap a child, but I think, oh my gosh, my cat again! Hi, what do you want? Okay, she just ran away. I seem like I'm crazy. I cannot see a cat, but you see. Anyways, and then, like, I am pretty sure that it's not up to her to do stuff like that. And as horrible as it is, I'm pretty sure that she just really sad, and like, she's like a lady that had to live like that all her life. She was that child that had to ask for money from such an early age. She was that young woman that got beat up by her husband every single day because she didn't got enough money home after going to the street. She was like just living like that all her life, and she didn't know for any better, couldn't like find any better way to live, and so she just had to do this. She just had to do this, and I don't blame her. I should, but I don't really. I blame that all society. Anyways, then to continue the story, I was pulled like that, and then my mom, of course, noticed in a few seconds, but it seemed like it was forever going, and she started running up to me and my sister, and when she started running up to us, the lady like got scared and ran off so fast, and then it was over, and it was so scary to me, and I don't even know how my mom explained it to me then, because how do you explain a little child that they almost got kidnapped? And like, I mean, I got over it. I kind of sometimes think that it's a dream, that it was a dream, because, okay, listen, so basically I was telling that story to like some guy, and I couldn't remember if it was actually happened or was it a dream I had, or did I just like imagine it in my head. And so I asked my mom, and she was like, oh yeah, that happened. And it was so scary to me because I thought it was a dream I had, and I was like explaining my dream, but it actually happened. And that was so like horrible to imagine, because what would my life be now if I got successfully kidnapped that day? Where would I be now? What will I be doing? Will I be alive? Like, it's just such a scary thing to imagine. So like, always skip like young kids. Oh, I'm sorry. Always skip young kids close to you when you're outside, and just like be. The world is not unsafe. I mean, it is, but like, don't be scared of the world, but still be cautious, because some horrible stuff can happen if you're not cautious enough. So stay safe. I will see you tomorrow. Not tomorrow. When did I post 2 days in a row? Oh my gosh. Okay, I will see you next time I upload. I hope you like the video. I love you. Bye. It was such a stupid thing to do, because all the YouTubers do it. It was such a basic thing, but bye.